Good morning. This is Scheets from Stampin' with Sushi. This is Friday, May 28th, just about 3 more days left in May. Wow. And this is the end of Paper Pumpkin Week for June. This is June. No, for May. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. And it's also Put It Together Your Friday, so I'm going to show you how to put together the Interlocking Fold card. And of course, my first card, I will be using supplies from the Paper Pumpkin Kit. So let me change the camera and we'll get started. All right, let's make sure that you have all your supplies. You should have a card base cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored on one end only at 2 1/8. You should have 2 contrast cardstocks cut at 1.5 by 4 1/4. You should have designer paper, your first designer paper, 2 of them cut at 2 by 5 3/8. And then your second choice of designer paper, you need 2 of them cut at 1 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then you need some sayings and accent pieces right there. I've taken from Paper Pumpkin Kits. And for the inside, you need a neutral that's measured 5 1/4 by 4. Unless your card base is white or vanilla, then you really don't need anything on the inside. So, shall we get started? I'm going to put some of these over to the side so that they don't interfere with my screen. All right, so your card base is scored at one end, and the reason for not scoring it on both is so that you can get a nice, evenly matched center. And so if we had to score it, your scoring might not be accurate, but this way it's very accurate. So I have totally lined up my edges, and I'm going to keep my finger posted there and take my bone folder and make my first crease. Look at this really cool bone folder. My upline, Robin, gave one of these to her team a couple of years ago. I just love it. And I make sure I don't use it for anything, because here's my other bone folder. I was using it to re-ink my ink pads. Well, it's clean, but the dye stays stuck in the bone folder, so that will not happen to my personalized one. All right, so now I do have 2 folds on my card. So the next thing is to take step 2. I'm going to go to step 3. Step 3, I'm going to take this designer paper and I'm going to lay it on top of each one of these folds, and it will give just a very, very tiny border. So let me get that done. Boy, we had quite a storm here in Jacksonville yesterday afternoon and evening. In the afternoon, the wind was terribly strong. In fact, we have a tall tree in our backyard that I'm not sure exactly what kind it is, but it has flowers, like seed flowers. Anyway, the wind was so strong, it blew the flowers off the tree over the roof of our house and landed on our front porch. And when you opened the door, it was just like a carpet, a massive carpet. Okay, that's what it should look like once you've got your designer paper, and that would be your first designer paper layered. Now, you're going to take your contrast cardstock, and before you put it on your card, you're going to lay designer paper number 2 and adhere it to your contrast color. These designer papers are actually cut out card fronts and cut out accent pieces from Batter Up Pumpkin Kit, which I've been using. I don't do it with all the cards, but I like to cut up a couple of them so I have some fun ways to reuse parts of the kit. I did have a video on Wednesday where I showed in detail the parts of the kit I used, and I thought at the end of this video I would just say, give you a quick look at all the cards that I've made that are different, all the alternate cards I've made with this month's kit. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these and attach it to the right panel, and then we're going to take the other one and attach it to the left. So you have to kind of decide like how far apart you want them. I kind of like to lay things out first just to see, which layout I like the best. And I do know that my little circle that I'm going to use is going to overlap a little bit. So I want to make sure I have space in the middle. So I think I'm going to do about 1 inch off the bottom and 1 inch off the top. So this will go on the left side. And so, of course, I'm only going to put adhesive on half of it. And there it is, about 1 inch. I'm going to line it up. I guess I need to line it up with the edge of the cardstock. Okay, so there's one. And now I'm going to take this one and put the glue on the other half. And look at about 1 inch. There, so there's the interlocking card part. Before I decorate it, I'm going to put this on the inside. This will allow me to put a letter or a message on the inside. And when I decide I do know this is going to be a birthday card, that's right. So I can put a specific message to the person whose birthday it is. There we go. Okay, so now for my embellishments. So I originally was going to use this, but it conflicts too much with this, so I'm going to turn it over and put a silver medallion on it. And the medallion is from the April kit, which was something about the sun. Well, it had sun in it. So Cool, I think it was called. So I'm going to put this right here. So I will get the adhesive on the back. And this time I'm just going to put the adhesive in the middle because it overlaps a little bit and I don't want it sticking. All right, that looks good. And then for this one, I have the rectangle that came in that kit. And I'm going to be putting the word birthday on there. So I want to make sure that I have enough room for the A. All right. So now I'm going to put happy on the circle. And I've already cut it out with an adhesive paper on the back so that all I have to do is peel the back off, pull out some of these little extra ones, and it will stick. There, happy. And now I have birthday. And I did save the I, but in the process, it has disappeared. So it was so tiny. So I'm just going to put birthday without a dot over the I. Okay, let's try to center it. That looks pretty good. That looks slanted a little. Okay, so happy birthday. And then when you open up the card, I might put another strip of one of these papers and maybe even a number for how old the person is. But anyway, there is my interlocking card using the paper pumpkin kit. That turned out really cute. So I'll quickly show you some of the other ones that I did for paper pumpkin as we say goodbye to Batter Up. So this is one of the standard ones from the kit. Oh, that's the other thing I need, dang it. All right, I'm gonna stop a minute and I'm gonna get some of these cutie little little brown dots on here. So how about, I don't know if they're gonna stick to this glitter paper, but I'm gonna try. So far, so good, right? That can be my eye. Dot over my eye, can't it? There's happy. Now let me get the one for the eye. And, you know, sometimes it's kind of amazing to me how just a few little extra dots on a card just kind of make it. Let's see, I'm going to change this to yellow. I think yellow will show up better. Put this red one right here. Get me a yellow one for right here. There. Happy birthday. All right, so back to, this is one of the cards that you make with all the kit supplies. This is another one with those cute little bats. And this is the third one. And then the kit calls for making 3 of each one of those cards. This is my simple card I made with the layout of the week. And then this is Stepping It Up. And then this is Stepping It Up all the way. This is a card I made with last week's card of the week, which was the lattice. This card I made with the Design for Club, which was called the Double Z Fold. There's one side of it, and here's the other side. And then this card just came out of my imagination, using the bats as the word hi. So it's been a fun week with Paper Pumpkin Batter Up. And next month, I am so excited about the Paper Pumpkin kit. And you'll have to, and next week I will show you the technique that's involved with that kit, because you have until the 10th of the month to sign up for Paper Pumpkin if you find it something you really enjoy. So have a great weekend and find some time for stamping, and instead of worrying about staying warm, how about stay dry? Until Monday for another simple card, I will see you later.